Medicine.
Oh, medicine, of
Medicine.
course.
Medicine.
Oh, that's
Yeah, go.
interesting.
It often doesn't go
That's
according
it,
to
yeah.
plan.
I have a question. You refer several times to backwards dreaming. What do you mean by what's your interpretation of backwards dreaming?
Well, Lena, the mother, spent a lot of time remembering and focusing on rigidly stuck in the past, and did a lot of remembering and dreaming. So that's the way it began. The idea that people who are so fixated as she was on her early experience couldn't really move on. So she relived it and relived it, trying to find it again. So dreaming backward is what we, I think, all do to a certain extent. We remember who we were and what we experienced, and it allows us to think a little bit about our movement. Like right now, I'm in an experience of moving from one with my husband to one home and possibly another. And I feel like I'm not as creative at the moment because the move is energizing me with very practical matters. But I feel like it's a period of integrating my years before we moved, and now, and then moving on what's going to be next. So I'm integrating my past with the present and the future more than I was when I was writing. I'll get back to it, but this phase is not, there's no real dreaming. I'm not that much of a dreamer, but I do imagine a lot. So I like that idea that when she went back to, in her mind, to Odessa, I called it Lost Amber. And she thinks she's going back. She's experiencing a lot of dreaming. I know, you know more than I do, those people who are in that phase of medicine, psychology, psychiatry, that people do have problems with dreaming too much. And my grandmother did. She wasn't all tuned in to the present.
Did the backward dreaming, though, because I'm not remembering the specific poems or part of her story, did the backward dreaming accentuate her reliving of the good times or the tragic times? And did the backward dreaming contribute to her mental flight or illness or distress? Or did the backward dreaming help her hold on to memories which were important and nurturing, or both?
I think it's a very good point that you make, because I think it was both. The poem Dancing with Gypsies is a happy poem for her. She's using the past, in this case, to remember good things that happened to her. But I would think a lot of the poems, or more of the poems, are negative poems, like Asylum Conversation. In that poem, she's talking, there's a conversation with her husband, and she's going back into the past and still talking to him. Do you want me to read it?